Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here is what's happening. The 49ers offense has taken a lot of criticism after their loss to the Seahawks. And yesterday, Kyle Shanahan was asked if Brock Purdy is playing up to the level he was at last year.
I think Brock's playing at the exact same level. I think there's different circumstances around him. Our team hasn't been quite as good through this, but it's been close to getting there. And close doesn't matter. That's why we're 5-5. But a couple plays here and there, and I think we're looking at it totally differently. And that's why we've put ourselves in the hole, and that's why we've made it a lot harder for ourselves here at this back half. But I still think it's going to come down to the same stuff. I bet these next 7 games come down to the fourth quarter, and we either get it done or we don't, and we got to find a way to get it done.
I'm not sure how many fans would agree with that assessment, but Kyle's never going to throw his quarterback under the bus behind a microphone. What about the team as a whole, Kyle Shanahan? What do you have to say for yourself so far this year?
It's such a fine line with, we're a 5-5 team, which isn't where we want to be. But you asked a question about Brock, but I think if we were 8-2 with the top offense in the league and stuff, I think we'd be feeling a lot better. And so I try to keep perspective of that, especially with our guys. And to me, that's come all the way down to how we finish games. And we've had 4 games here that have come down to the last 2 possessions, and we've only won 1 of those. And that's the difference between 8-2 and 5-5, with the one we won being Tampa. In contrast, you look at a team like Green Bay. They've had 7 games come down to the last possession, and they've won 6 of them, with the only one they lost being the opening game versus Philly. And that's why they have such a good record. So I think Brock's doing a lot of good things, but we're all going to be judged on winning games. And that's why our team's got to find a better way to win it there in the fourth so we can get a record right.
The simple fact of the matter is they're running out of time to fix things. They really can't afford to lose another game, to be honest with you, particularly in the NFC. It's not going to be easy to right the ship this week, but they absolutely have to if they want to get where they want to go. Let's move off of Kyle Shanahan now and go to George Kittle. George, say the thing out loud that I've been saying all year long. The offense has to close out games.
There's no blame to put anywhere. I just think that honestly, there is a little bit of blame. I think the blame is our offense needs to perform at a better, and that's players. And really, Coach Shanahan gives us opportunities to go out there and close games, and we kind of miss out on those opportunities. Whether it's missed blocking on a run play by anybody, bad cut, even Brock with a bad throw. Like we just miss out on some of those opportunities that we've been cleaner before in the past. And I think that's one thing. I think our defense is playing at a level enough for us to win. I think we should be scoring 25 plus points a game to be able to win those games. And to me, the pressure's on the offense.
One piece of good news for 49ers fans, George said he is definitely playing Sunday at Lambeau Field, so the offense should look a lot better. As for the rest of the injury report, 4 players did not participate. Nick Bosa, Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams, and Tatum Bethune. 5 players were limited. George Kittle with the hamstring, but we know his status. Brock Purdy with the shoulder. He didn't throw a single pass in practice. That is slightly concerning. Mooney Ward is back, so that's good news. Jacob Collins in the concussion protocol, and John Feliciano was limited with a knee injury. It's all hands on deck this week in Lambeau. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Thursday. Nick Wagner of ESPN has an awesome column about Trent Williams and all the things he's doing now to take care of his body because he's getting up there in age. There's one little nugget in there that just proves how much of a physical marvel Trent Williams has been in his career. Definitely worth your time. Click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch. Kyle Posey has an excellent film breakdown of Brock Purdy's game last week. It kind of dispels a lot of the narratives about the offense and the team, guys not getting open and things like that. I highly recommend checking it out. Again, I'll drop the link in the description of this episode. One thing you may have missed, there's a new defensive lineman on the practice squad. That would be Jonathan Garvin. He is back with San Francisco. He was originally on the practice squad in October. He is back now. That may be a signal as to Nick Bosa's status. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, but he's back on the squad, and we'll see if he's active on Sunday. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network wherever you get your audio pods. Like and subscribe to the Gold Standard 49ers YouTube channel as well. Click the bell so you get notified when we're live, which is every single weekday after every Niners game, and of course, after all breaking 49ers news. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.